This video is to show you how to prepare your fabric so that you can figure out the placement of your textile, but more importantly so that you can actually cut blocks of your fabric and then create your textile before you actually cut out your pattern pieces, because you need to have a little bit of extra fabric allowance to make it easier to handle when you're creating your textile. So what I've done here in preparation is I've laid out my fabric on the single, so the full width of my fabric is laid out on the table. So it's not on the double, it's on the single layer. And then what I've done is my fold line I have marked with a large tacking stitch. So I've done that the whole way up. Now I've actually just done it in chalk there for speed for the camera, and also just to make it clearer for you, but a large line of tacking just to highlight where the fold of your fabric would be. And then I have laid my center front panel down along that fold, okay? And then I've laid down a single layer of my back along my selvage edge as normal, okay? Then what you do is you chalk around the pattern piece the whole way. Chalk all the way around the pattern piece. Now you don't have to worry about darts or notches at this stage, because you will be putting these pattern pieces back down on the fabric after you've created your textile. So you're literally just getting the shape marked onto the fabric, but you're not worrying about actually cutting it out, okay? So it's just really important to chalk the whole way around, okay, on the back. And then I've done the same on the front. I've chalked out my pattern, okay? So then you lift to create, and also you have to create a whole front, not just half the front. So because you need the full piece. So then you're going to flip that over, and that's why you needed your line here, because now you know where to place the front too for the second part. I'm just going to use that as a weight to hold that down. Okay, and I'm just going to do the same with that. All right. And then you would do the same. You would continue to chalk around the whole way so that you end up with the shape of the full front chalked onto your fabric. All right. And then you do the same with the back. Lift off your back pattern piece. And then you'll flip that over and you'll do a second one on the rest of your fabric, okay? And then what I've done, if I can just move these pins out of the way, so this is my pattern piece here, okay, this line. I'll try and zoom out to make that a little bit more obvious, okay? But then what I've done is I've marked a cutting line about 1.5 inches out from my pattern piece. So I'm basically cutting a block larger than the actual shape of my pattern. So this is where I'll be cutting, okay? So you're not cutting out your actual pattern shape, you're going to cut it out bigger. And that just gives you fabric to handle when you're actually placing your textile down. And it also means that if you want your textile to kind of disappear off over a seam, which you'll then end up cutting through afterwards, you have fabric to work with, and you're not trying to create a textile out of it with nothing to handle. So in essence, what you're doing is you're cutting a block which is bigger than your actual pattern piece, but it's important to have the specific pattern piece chalked down on the fabric so that you can position your textile correctly. So I'm hoping that helps.